So today we'll be solving one of the popular lead code question called merge to sorted list. So the question, let's go what the question says. Merge to sorted linked list and return it as a sorted list. The list should be made by splicing together the nodes of the first two lists. So for this question, we have to sorted list and we have to get a final list that's the merge up to sorted list and should be the sorted one too. So before jumping into the solution, let's come up with the algorithm. So we have to sorted list and let's call uh, final list as the list which will be combining the result to. So the idea behind this approach is that we'll, we will loop through L1 and L2 until one of them is null. So it can be like a while loop where it compares if L1 is null and L2 is null. So it will loop through them until none of them is null actually. So within that loop will perform certain operation like compare if L1 is greater than L2. If that's the case, then add L2 to final list. Else, what are we going to do? Add L1 to final list. So what we are doing here is that we are adding the smaller one to the final list. So while doing that, we have to move L1 to next node. Similarly, we have to move L2 to next node. So we'll keep this operation until we have L1 or L2 as null. If any one of them is null, we'll move out of the loop and we'll check if L1 or L2 is null, is not null actually. Then add it to the final list. So this is the idea behind the approach. So now we'll have list node as final list, let's call it, or the final result. So we have the final result. Now we have list node temp list, just a final result. So you might be thinking, why are we taking two variables for the list node? So as we will be doing the loop operation and we will be putting this value or saving this value in a certain list, and that list keeps on updating to the next pointer or to the next node. So we'll lose the track of the first node. So in order to keep the track of the first node, we'll have the final result. So now while L1 is not equals to null, and also is not equal to null, if none of them are null, then we will check if L1 dot val is greater than L2 dot val. So if L1 is greater than L2, then we'll add it to the temp list dot next. So here it will be L2 dot val, since we'll be adding this more value to the front. And now we have to update the L1 node. So L1 is equals to L1 dot next else else template dot next is equals to new list node. So here for the else condition, we'll have L1 has a smaller value, so we'll add L1 to the temp list, and now we'll move L1 one step, or sorry, here I need it to be L2. So now we have updated L1 to the next node, updated L2 to the next node as required. Now we'll also need to update template. Since we have had a certain value in it, we'll need to update it to the next node. Now, out of the loop, we need to check if template if we need to check if L1 is not equal to null. Then L1 else L2. So basically what we are trying to do over here is we'll check if L1 are already not null. So if L1 is not equal to null, then we'll add L1 to the next node of the temp list. Otherwise we'll add L2. Now we have added all the list to the node. Now we need to return the final result. So here we'll be returning final result dot next. Since we have initiated with 0, we'll need the next node after the 0th node. So I think it will work fine. So let's try it to run it. Okay, it did accepted. Now let's do the submit and see all the test case passes. Boom.